In 263 BC, after a year from the Battle of Messana, the Roman armies, led by the new consuls Manius Valerius Maximus Messala and Manius Octacilius Crassus, went to Sicily, gaining more territories and Greek allies. The Romans besieged Syracuse, where Hiero II, the Syracusan tyrant, was. Fearing for more losses and seeing Rome from its power of position during the war, Hiero II negotiated for peace and alliance. With the newfound allies, the Romans had better supply support in Sicily. Carthage, however, was heading to Sicily with a massive army, consisting of mercenaries from Spain and Gaul. The Romans were able to control the majority of the east, northern of Sicily. On the other hand, the Carthaginian army settled at the strategic port of Agrigentum, south coast of Sicily. In 262 BC, with another couple of consuls, Quintus Mamilius Vitulus and Lucius Postumius Magellus, marched to the Carthagenian garrison.
Everyone's scared. The trick is not to show it.
The Romans, with a manpower of 40,000 legionaries, camped outside a mile away from the garrison.
And filth, ignorant of all that is good and true.
Because it was during the harvesting season, and for their difficulties of supplies, the Romans did not waste any time to gather foods. And so they scattered around the fields by settling in other small camps and paying what Mother Nature was offering. Hannibal Gisco took this opportunity to kill some of the Roman soldiers who were unarmed and unaware. With this ambush by the Carthagenians, the Romans caught off guard, lost many men. The Roman camps near the harvesting fields were then attacked by the Carthagenians and were forced to hold their positions. Romans, however, defended themselves and pushed the ambushers back. The Romans were the victor by defending their camps, but they have suffered yet again heavy losses. This small attack led the Romans to strengthen their camps. The two consuls, not wanting to attack directly the city of Agrigentum and waste more man, they decided to block all Carthaginian supply. The Romans built their own fort encircling the city of Agrigentum. The Romans used the Circumvallatio, walls to defend against the Carthagenians in the city, and Contravallatio to defend themselves against foreign armies. Fortunately for Rome, they had allies from Herbesus and were supplied. Hanno, with new Carthaginian army, with a manpower of 50,000 men and 50 to 60 war elephants, settled at Heracli Minoa and attacked Herbesus, leaving the Romans without supply again. While the Romans were starving to death and with plagues, Hanno commanded his Numidians' cavalry to tease the Romans for a counterattack. The Romans accepted the challenge and sent their equites to fight against the enemy. The Numidian cavalry retreated, and the equites followed. Not knowing it was a trick by the Carthagenians, when they were almost near the enemy camps, Hanno's cavalry turned and attacked them. On that day, another clash between Romans and Carthaginians started. For Hanno's fortune, many members of the Roman cavalry soldiers were starving due to their shortage of supply. It was another blow for the Roman sides, and again lost many of their men. The retreating Roman cavalry were mostly injured. With this victory of the Carthaginian force, Hanno marched to face the remaining Roman soldiers. Hanno then wanted to provoke the Romans by putting his army in a battle formation. The consuls at first didn't dare to fight, but seeing their army starving, they prepared for a battle. After arming themselves, the Romans quickly marched outside their walls to fight the Carthaginians. The Roman used their famous battle formation, the Triplex acies. The velites were poor Romans who fought in battles as skirmishers. Romans who couldn't afford good armory and equipped with javelins covered the first line. At the first line were the hastati, young Roman men with scutum, gladius and pilap. Similar to the hastati, the principes being in the second line, Romans who were well equipped and rich. And finally, at the third like, the triarii, the wealthiest and the reserved soldiers of the Roman army. The Romans were organized in a checkers formation, facilitating the reinforcements between the lines. This struck fear at Hanno. The two armies stood facing each other and fighting only by exchanging their projectiles. This, however, lasted for 2 months. After Hannibal and his people from Agrigentum were severally suffering from famine, he wanted to let the battle begin. And thus, Hanno prepared for the battle. The Carthaginian army formation was divided in 2 lines. The first infantry line marched with its mercenary companions. the first line of the Carthaginian army weren't able to defeat the Roman legionaries. The retreat caused panic at the second line of the Carthagenians.
Is anyone gonna drink?
Regardless, the event the army marched and started advancing the Romans. The war elephants panicked, and this caused the Carthaginian formation to break. Some of the triarii engaged to support the lines against the infiltrating elephants. The Romans, although being in a disadvantage, they were able to defeat the last Carthaginian army. Rome lost over 30,000 of its legionaries during the siege. Some died with plague and other sickness. Some died by hunger and some during their battle. The Carthaginians lost 7,000 men, with 3,000 infantry units, 200 cavalries, 4,000 captured, 8 killed war elephants, and 33 injured. The result was a Roman victory, finally conquering Agrigentum.
Yourselves, lads! They're beat!